Class we had done all the basics of reflection and refractions, like bouncing back of light is reflection, and when a rays of light travels from one medium to another medium, it bends. Bending of light is known as what? Refraction we did. Then we discussed the laws of refraction, laws of reflection we discussed. Then we discussed little about mirrors, plane mirrors. Then we discussed about spherical mirrors like concave, convex. The terminologies related to that also we discussed. So today's class we are going to see specifically the ray diagrams, and then second thing is what? Image formation. Like suppose if you'll put the object beyond the mirror, like behind focus or in front of focus, in between pole and focus, in between center of curvature, then where the images will form. This all things we are going to discuss. So first we are going to do what? This all about the ray diagram. Let's see how we'll do ray diagrams. So that all I'm going to draw, what you should do also side by side is you should also draw. And one more thing is you'll have to know these things. So there is no other go. As I know, the same way you will also have to know these things. Let's see now. Suppose if you are taking a concave mirror, first we are considering. As we learned last class, this is pole, focus, and center of curvature. If the object first we are supposed to know what? Ray diagrams, right? Ray diagrams specifically, if you will see, if the object is beyond if a ray of light is parallel to principal axis, if a ray of light is parallel to principal axis, then what will happen? It will pass through what? Focus. If a ray of light parallel to principal axis, then it will pass through what? Focus, right? So normal will be somewhere here, right? It will pass through the center. Like if you want to draw here normal, then we can draw the normal like this. Yes. So what we can do, we can shift little center of curvature. Here we can do. So by this way, we can draw the normal also. From center of curvature only, normal will pass. Second, if you will see, second we are going to see is if a ray of light is passes through focus, then what it will do, that we are going to see. First is what? A ray of light parallel to principal axis will pass through focus. Now if a ray of light passes through focus, then what will happen? That we are going to do. So if a ray of light parallel to principal passes through focus, then it is parallel to what? Principal axis. If a ray of light hits the pole, then it will reflect back with the same angle. Then what? It will reflect back with the same angle. First is what? A ray of light which is parallel to principal axis will pass through focus. Second is what? A ray of light passes through focus, it will be parallel to principal axis. A ray of light hit to the pole, it will reflect back with the same angle. Suppose this is angle theta, this will also be what? Angle theta. So both will be what? Angle theta itself. Next is what? A ray of light. A ray of light passes through center of curvature. Let's take here center of curvature. Then what will happen? It will retrace its path. Then what will happen? It will retrace its path. Center of curvature, focus, pole. So 4 points are there, 4 ray diagram you should know. First is what? A ray of light passes through principal. If a ray of light parallel to principal axis will pass through focus. If a ray of light passes through focus, it will be parallel to principal axis. If a ray of light incident at pole, it will reflect back with the same angle. If a ray of light passes through center of curvature, then it will retrace its path. These 4 ray diagrams are most important. You should know. There is no other go. You have to know. Fine. So next what we are going to do is, now we'll see image formation. Image formation. Image formation. Image formation, if you are going to see, the first is what we will see for concave mirror. The first point is here, if the object is at infinity. Is what? At infinity. If the object is at infinity, then where the image will form, that we are going to see. If the object is at infinity, then only one way is there from which rays of lights will come, that is parallel. So we can say a ray of light is parallel, right? So we can say it will pass through focus, that we know already. Again, the second ray of light I am going to take, that is what? Again, a ray of light parallel to principal axis will pass through what? Focus. So now we can say so here the image will form. That is what? Inverted image will form. First is what? If the object is at infinity, image will form. Image will form real and inverted, right? And diminished, too much small, like point. Diminished. Image will form what? Real, inverted, and what? Diminished. First thing, whenever real image means what? We can draw, we can show that in what? In a screen, that we can observe, that we can see in what? Screen. Let's see next. This was the first. Next, if you will see, if the ray of light, if the object is beyond C, beyond what? C, somewhere here. So if the object is beyond C, then image, a ray of light parallel to principal axis will pass through what? Focus. Right? Ray of light parallel to principal axis, obviously it will pass through what? Focus. Right? Second thing, what I am doing, a ray of light will pass through optic pole, then what will happen? It will reflect back the same angle. Reflect back with the same angle. So we can say image will form somewhere here. Yes. So like this. If the object is what? Beyond C, object is what? Beyond C, image will form between C and F. That is what, again, real, because actually rays of lights are meeting. Real and inverted, obviously smaller than the object. Or smaller than the object. Fine. Next is what? So first, if the object is at infinity, then image will form at what? Beyond like bit at C, right? If the object is beyond, image will form at what? Focus, right? If the object is beyond C, then image will form between C and F. Now we are going to see. Pole, focus, center of curvature. If the object is at C, then what will happen? Image will form at C only. So what we will do, we will draw the image first. It should in yes, that's it. So if the object is at C, image will also form at what? C only. If the object is at C, image will also be at what? C. Real, inverted, and same size of the object. Now next is what? If the object is between C and F, between what? C and F. Let's see where the image will form. So we can say if the object is between C and F, then image will form beyond C. Beyond what? C. So we can say if the object is between C and F, image will form at between beyond C, which will be what? Again, real, inverted, real inverted, and enlarge, because it is enlarge. Yeah. So we finished till what? If the object is between C and F. Now we are going to see if the object is at F. Again, pole, focus, center of curvature. If the object is somewhere here, if the object is at focus, then if you see one thing here, these two rays are parallel to each other. If it is parallel, then what will happen? It will never meet. It will never meet. Like it will meet at what? Infinity. We can say it will meet at what? Infinity. So if the object is at F, if the object is at F, then image will form at infinity. At what? Infinity. Fine. That will be what? There it will be real, inverted, and highly magnified. Highly magnified. Yes. The next and last topic, last for the image formation, and most important also, we can say everywhere they are asking question about this. So let's learn about this. So we can consider a ray of light is, the object is placed pole, focus, center of curvature. If the object is placed between focus and pole, then what we can say here, if the object is placed between pole and focus, if you guys will see here, it'll never meet because both are divergent, right? It'll never meet. So what we will have to do here is, we'll have to extend these rays of light. Only one way is there, we will have to make them meet. So somewhere here they will meet. Yes. So now actually it is not meeting, but we are extending the rays of light, then it is meeting, right? That is known as virtual image, right? So if the object is in between focus and pole, image will form beyond what? Beyond the mirror, and what? Beyond the mirror, it will be virtual and erect. Virtual and what? Erect. That, and then we can say yeah, magnified. So these things we should know properly